There is water everywhere, and my basement, my crawl space or yard is flooded. Oh, I hate getting these calls and texts from people throughout my career and just my life. It is crazy how many times I have received messages like this or have seen people say this on social media. So I decided it was time to take a poll of people here on a local Facebook group and find out when the best time to buy a house in Vancouver is. And the results were overwhelmingly one-sided. And I am not shocked, but you might be. Hi, my name is Cassandra Marks, also known as Realtor Cass. I am your guide to absolutely everything Southwest Washington, Clark County, Vancouver, and even Portland. And if you are thinking about making a move to my neck of the woods here in Southwest Washington, please either send me an email, a text, or DM me on socials at Realtor Cass. You can find me on everything. And we can set up a time to talk over all your Pacific Northwest and home ownership questions for here. About that poll. Well, they said, and I said, the best time to purchase a home in Vancouver was the winter. What? Why did people say this? Well, there are 4 reasons that came up, and you should take note of these before you make one, if not the largest purchase in your life. But why are the poll voters and I so adamant about purchasing a home in the winter being better? Well, there's less competition. There are less buyers out there, which gives a buyer like yourself more time and opportunity to not only look at the homes, but to also think over if this is the best home for you. Also, only super serious buyers are out and about, or especially around the holiday portion of the winter. But come January, the market starts to wake up a little bit. You might have a little bit of time, but be ready to go. Why else did local folks in this poll think it is better to purchase a home in the winter here in Vancouver? Well, it has everything to do with sellers. So sellers that are on the market around this time of year are very serious, because who wants to move in the rain? No one does. And they're more likely very motivated to sell. Thus, they're probably more willing to not only negotiate on price, they're also going to negotiate probably seller concessions for closing costs and interest rate buydowns, and negotiate more on repairs from the inspection. You gotta love saving money and getting a good deal, right? A third reason the pollies thought it was better to buy a home in the winter in Vancouver, Washington is it's all about the inventory available. Honestly, during the winter months, there's a lot more homes on the market, and especially around the holiday season. Why would you not want to have more choices and have your pick of the litter? And the fourth and biggest reason that the local homeowners I polled thought that it was better to buy a home in Vancouver in the winter. And it seems weird, but it really hits home and hard for me because it's cold and wet. I bet you are wondering more about this, like why cold and wet? Okay, so some things you're going to find out about homeownership during the winter here is, how well your home keeps heat, how much it costs to heat your home, how efficient your heating system is, and whether you actually have insulation in your home. Definitely something we found out one year. The next thing is 100% about your windows. It is very difficult to identify a blown seal in a window any other time of the year because you need the temperature difference from the inside to the outside. So unless it's really cold early in the morning, you can see this moisture in between your double pane or your triple pane windows, and that'll signify if you have a blown seal or not. So those can definitely cost quite a bit to get repaired. And especially if you've got like 8 or 10 windows that have blown seals, that's also going to limit the efficiency of the heating and the cooling in your home as well. So it's going to make your home cost more to heat and cool. And finally, the one that drives me the most bonkers, and I hate the most, is the word water. First, let me give you some Pacific Northwest rain education here. Okay, so Vancouver only normally sees about 42 inches of rain a year. And that can seem like a lot since the average rainfall nationally in the US is about 29.5 inches. But I think people assume we get way more rain than 42 inches because of the number of days we get like what they call a trace of rain is quite a few, making it seem like literally all it does is rain. But I'm definitely glad today is one of those sunny days. I love it here. The other thing that much of the Pacific Northwest has a very high clay content when it comes to soil. So the water doesn't soak in as much, making the water tables much higher after we get rain. And it doesn't help that we have been seeing more and more of these things called atmospheric rivers. You might have heard them as another name called the Pineapple Expresses, where huge fronts of rain come from Hawaii and like across the Pacific Ocean and just dump rain on the Pacific Northwest for a couple days on end. These few events usually account for like 30 to 50% of the rainfall annually. So why is this a big deal? Water can damage your foundation and the interior of your home and the roof and everything very, 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 very badly. And if you purchase in the summer, do you know if your roof leaks? Do you have standing water on your property or around your home? Do you have standing water in your crawl space? These are all issues that many of the locals that I polled on this Facebook group have faced during their home ownership here in the Vancouver, Washington area. I have also personally faced some of these in my 1901 farmhouse, and they have cost me roughly around $40,000 to rectify. Wow. They weren't disclosed to me when we purchased the home in September, and maybe they were unknown to the seller at that time, but by January, I was literally just pulling my hair out. So I would love to hear what time of year is best to purchase homes, like when you think is the best time to purchase a home here in the Vancouver area. Maybe I can be swayed a little bit. But if you want to know more about the seasons here in the Vancouver area, I definitely recommend that you check out this informational video about the 4 seasons here in Vancouver, where I'm all up in that winter snow business. And if you've got more questions about the Pacific Northwest, please shoot me an email, text, or DM on socials at RealtorCass, and let's connect. But for now, my name is Cassandra Marks, also known as Realtor Cass, and I am a farmer with a wee little real estate problem. And thank you so much for spending your time with me today. I hope you found this video informational, and until I see you again, bye.